So we're going to start a new project called Jump Monkey. So once you're logged in and you're in your dashboard, you can click on New Project. So we're going to call it Jump Monkey. So once it gives us a new place to work, let's first of all name it. So after it's done creating the project, up here where it says Untitled, I'm going to name it Jump Monkey. Maybe you decide you want the main character to be a different animal, so you could call it Jump Dinosaur, Jump Dog, Jump Cat, whatever you want to be jumping. So what we're going to do is we're going to need 2 sprites from the library. We don't need the cat, but I need an arrow, and you will want an arrow, so get the arrow, and then get what you want to be jumping. So I'm just going to get a monkey. If you want something else to be doing the jumping, you can get something else. So let's name our sprites. So it says monkey, arrow, great. Now we need to make a variable. The arrow we are going to rename. We're going to rename the arrow launcher. So I'm going to click on it. Up here is where I can rename it. And I'm going to name it launcher. So we have launcher and we have monkey. Now I have to go to variables and make a new variable. We're going to call it launch speed. So I'm going to click on make a variable, launch speed. And I'm going to do it for all sprites, and I'm going to say OK. And it's up here in the corner. Great. Now, I want to write an algorithm for the launcher sprite. So I'm going to select the launcher sprite, and I'm going to add these code blocks to set up the launcher to allow the player to control its angle using the left, right arrow keys on the keyboard. The direction of the arrow is the direction that the monkey will launch in. Run the code and try the arrow. So we are controlling, the launcher is going to control the monkey. So we're going to go back to events, and we're going to click on our handy dandy when the flag is clicked. We are going to go to our variables and pick set the launch speed. We're going to set the launch speed to 10. So that's how fast it's going to move. Then we're going to have point the direction. And we're going to say, okay, we want to go to these coordinates. So we want to go to the minus. Sorry, I did not mean to delete the whole thing. I just wanted to delete the numbers. So let's make sure I'm in there. We're going to go minus 200x on our coordinate plane to minus 140y. I want to make sure my minus is in front of the 200. I don't see it. There it is. Then we want to point in the direction of a 45-degree angle. So I will pick point in direction and change this to 45. And it is going to become a 45-degree angle. Right here, the picture shows you. Here's a 45 degree where before is 90. And then we want it to go to the front layer. So it shows up on the front layer. So I'm going to go back to my find, into my looks, and go to front layer. So this block moves the arrow to the bottom of the stage. This keeps the arrow visible with the monkey behind it. So now we need to get some directions when you're pressing the keys. So I'm going to bring out 2 of when. So here is when I want to say the left arrow is pressed. I want it to turn in the direction of just 1 degree to the left. So here it is, my arrow is turning to the left, and I'm just going to make it 1 degree. Now, I want to do the same thing, but for the right. So I'm going to find when, and I'm going to pick when the right arrow is clicked, that I want it to turn in 1 degree to the right. Turn 1 degree to the right. Let's see what happens. I click. and nothing seems to be happening. Why is that? Well, because we haven't done anything with the monkey yet. So remember, this is on the launcher sprite, okay? We haven't said what's going to happen to the monkey yet. Now that you can aim, you need to set the controls for the speed of the launch. We're going to add these code blocks to change the speed using the up and down keys. Make sure you are on your launcher sprite. We're going to go to control when, and in this case, the up arrow is pressed. We need if, not an if then. Oh no, we need an if then. And what we're saying is the launch speed. So we want to say we need our operators because we need to say if something is greater than something. So here we have if something is less than something first. So we'll take this operator, put it in the if then. And what we want to do is say if the launch speed, so we'll go to our variables, if the launch speed is less than 20, we want to change the launch speed. So basically, the up arrow will control that if the launch speed is less than 20, we're going to change that launch speed. So we'll go to the variables, change the launch speed by, and we're going to make it 0.1. You can always play with the variables, but let's start with this one. Now for the down arrow, so we will go to the events. When the down arrow is pressed, we will use this to slow it down. And we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to say if, and then we need an operator to do a comparison. And in this case, we're going to say is greater than. So we have to go back to the variables and grab the launch speed. And we're saying if it's greater than 1, we want to slow it down, reduce the speed. We'll go back to change the launch speed by negative 0.1. Okay. So this is going to set the maximum speed at 20 and the minimum speed at 1.